In South Africa, 150 manufacturers from Africa and other parts of the world converged in Cape Town for the 4th edition of the South Africa Trade Show. Africa 54's Esther Githui-Ewart tells us more.
The event brought together exhibitors, suppliers, buyers and experts from various sectors to network and share ideas. The trade fair organizers say there is a growing potential for intra-Africa trade as businesses discover that they can capitalize on lower tariffs and closer markets within the continent. Market analysts say Africa needs to improve its textile production, which is flooded with cheap foreign imports. And like many other countries on the continent, Kenya imports about 100,000 tons of second-hand clothes a year. Sanyu Kalibala from Uganda agrees.
In Uganda and most of East Africa, the textile industry is nearly non-existent in the sense that we don't produce much clothing in East Africa. It's mostly monopolized by the second-hand clothing business. One thing that we find on the ground are beautiful materials. So what we do is that we source the materials locally and we train our tailors to really become artisans in their own right.
Madagascar's Jenny Randira founded Maraina Handbags and Accessories a year ago and hopes to tap the African market as well as Asia and Europe.
Our goal is to provide the market with a very beautiful design, meaning having the same standard than the Westerner brands, but made in Africa, made in Madagascar, with all the standard that is required to be a really international brand.
Itumeleng Taole from Lesotho says more needs to be done in the local procurement of raw materials to turn Africa's economy around.
Because what we are struggling to use in Lesotho is material. Material is the problem. If we can have more fabric manufacturers who start business in our country, then we'll be better off, because I have to come to Joburg if I want to have material.
Low-end manufacturing is beginning to shift to cheaper locations in some African countries like Ethiopia, which is building a reputation for producing clothes, shoes and other basic goods thanks to the stable electricity and an improving transport infrastructure. For Mark Goliath of South African Industrial Development Corporation, the Africa Growth and Opportunity Act, AGOA, has been a boost for Africa's economy.
Within Africa, the AGOA agreement has definitely offered African countries an opportunity, and countries such as Ethiopia and Kenya, Mauritius, Lesotho, Swaziland have all embraced that and have quite strong exports market to America. And slowly there's other countries who are also cottoning onto this and trying to grow the industrial base within their own region and country. So yes, there is definitely a resurgence within the industry.
The trade fair proves Africa has the expertise and is ready for a new industrial revolution which calls for a solid manufacturing sector. Esther Githui-Ewart, VOA News, Washington.